Are you feeling burned out in sonography or worried about being burned out in sonography from all the things that you hear online? You're not alone. However, I am not with you. Let me tell you about some different ways that you can be in sonography and you can create a career work-life schedule that works for you. Okay, like I said, works for you. I have been an ultrasound tech for about 7 years. My name is Teresa. I am the creator of this Path to Passing YouTube channel. I am a career flexibility advocate. I believe that you should be able to create a life that works for you and you should not be stuck doing anything that people call the norm. Create your own normal, because I did. So I have worked in the many sectors of ultrasound sonography, and my favorite, we're gonna save that for the end. I do have a favorite, but let me tell you what my least favorite is. My least favorite is full-time sonography. Full-time sonography, we're gonna put full-time sonography against everything else, okay? Full-time sonography is working 36 to 40 hours a week. You have a steady schedule, you know when to be there, same time, same place every week. You have the benefits and things like that, and usually have better benefit premiums. But usually full-time sonographers, they burn out the quickest. They do. They don't usually have enough time to like refresh themselves and come back with a renewed mind. A lot of times they're trying to figure out who's going to cover their shift so that they can, you know, go to this special game for their child or have this trip and things like that. So it just doesn't have that flexibility. And I'm not interested in anybody telling me what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it and how many days a year I'm going to do it. Full-time sonography against everything else. So the next one is going to be part-time sonography. Part-time sonography is a very nice balance. This is great for anyone, but especially someone who may be trying to balance like family life, maybe somebody that just likes time freedom. What else? And it's usually like 20 to 30 hours per week, whereas your full-time sonography is like 36 to 40 hours a week. So part-time is cool. I've done it. I find there's a special place in my heart for part-time sonography, but that's not my favorite. So next we gonna get into, oh man, y'all know I be having my notes. Okay, next we have PRN sonography. This is as needed sonography. It might sound scary, but let me break it down to you. So with PRN sonography, at least for the place that I've worked for the bulk of my career, they put out a schedule. Like right now, I can see the schedule and the availability of shifts through the end of the year. Granted, there's going to be people that put in vacation time throughout the year and extra shifts come open. You're able to pick it up. People call in sick, just all the things. With me being PRN at this current time, I am able, me personally, I want to work 5 to 7 shifts a month. I know that that's not everybody's, you know, that's not where everybody is in life, but that's where I am in life. I'm able to get my 5 to 7 shifts a month. And guess what? People are still going to ask me throughout the month to pick up extra shifts. Whereas you have other techs that works with me. And if they have a goal of picking up 15 shifts a month, they're usually able to get those 15 shifts a month because people are always sick. People always have things that they want to do. And you come in and you save the day. The way that I show up as a PRN, like, usually it's like my boss is like, hey, somebody called out, can you come in? And I'm like, yeah, cool, what's up? You have somebody like, hey, I gotta get my kids to school, can you come in? Yeah, you know, so you're usually the saving grace. You come in like a superhero when you are PRN as needed. But then the other side of that is when you're PRN as needed, you choose how much you want to work. Granted, some places have guidelines like, hey, you gotta pick up X amount of time, but in my experience, it's not too much. For instance, like my job says that we have to work 36 hours in a 6-week period. Easy money. What's up? So there's that. I love me some PRN sonography. And let's talk about contract. Sorry, I probably can't sing, but it sounds good. Anyways, contract sonography. So there's different versions of contract sonography. You can be a local contractor. That means that you are working at a facility for a temporary amount of time. usually in your city, close to home, something like that. For instance, I see one that pops up about 30 minutes from me pretty often, but then there's other ones that's, maybe an hour away or 2 hours away. So it's still considered local because you can go home every night if you choose to, or if it's a little bit too far, you get a hotel, whatever works for you. So you have local contract. I've done that in actually a few different places. No, actually, I've only done that in California. I did local in California. And then you have travel sonography, which is amazing. If you've heard of travel nursing, then you've heard of travel sonography. The only difference is literally your line of work, but it works very similar. I did travel sonography for the past 4 years on and off, and it has been quite an experience. Travel sonography, you are uprooting your place of residence, at least while you're on the assignment. So usually there's a rule that you have to be a non-commutable distance away. So you might be at least 3-4 hours from home. But for me, I decided to go across the country. Okay, I went from Georgia to Seattle, Washington for my first travel contract, and I had to get housing there. But you get higher pay. You have usually 2 places that you call home. There's some people that don't, but Georgia was my home, but Seattle was my temporary contract. And I had the flexibility to stay working in Seattle for up to a year, because you can stay in any one metropolitan area for up to a year for tax purposes and stuff. So, but I won't get into all that. If y'all want to know more about travel sonography, then you need to drop it in the comments so that I know how to produce more videos for you. But yeah, so travel sonography, highest pay of, I'm gonna say it's the highest pay. Yeah, I'm not gonna back down on that. It's the highest pay. Staff sonography, like full-time, part-time, is the lower pay. PRN sonographers, we usually get a higher premium pay than if we were a base or a staff sonographer. However, depending on your institution and your years of experience, your staff pay could be higher than the set PRN rate. However, the flexibility that comes with it may or may not be worth it to you. That's on you to figure out. They also have mobile sonography. I remember there was a girl who worked staff with me, and a mobile sonography position became available where I believe she made her own schedule for this mobile company, and she drove around in this mobile van and did sonography on pets. I've never done that, or pets, animals, whatever. I've never done that, but kudos to them for trying something new, and they decided to make a full-time career out of it, at least for some time. And then, of course, there is teaching. You hear often that people become clinical instructors or they become lab instructors. Of course, you can become a team lead. You can become a radiology manager. There's other things that you can, do in sonography, but I went over the main ones. And my favorite of all of the options is PRN sonography. My runner-up is going to be travel. I really enjoyed travel. It was some of the best times of my career, being able to go to new places, learn a lot, make new friends, be able to travel and somebody else pays for, my housing and things like that. That was great. But ultimately, if I had to make a choice and somebody said you have to pick one, I would pick PRN sonography because I like the flexibility of being able to pick my schedule, being able to say yes or no to what works for me. I'm able to take extended trips if that's what I choose to do. With my life, I'm able to show up and people are very happy that I'm there. When you're staff sonographer, they're just used to you being there because you're scheduled every Monday at 8. But if you're a PRN sonographer, usually you're coming in to help the team. You're allowing somebody else to have that time off with their family. So I love the fulfillment that I get out of being a PRN sonographer. I love the increased rate that I get being a PRN sonographer. And I love just having my career in my hands. So PRN sonography, if you're a PRN girly or a PRN boy or a PRN non-binary, please put it in the chat because I need to know where my community is. So this is a bonus. This is a bonus. I want to talk about side hustles within the world of sonography. I don't know if this has ever been talked about before, but you about to hear it from me because your girl is that girl, okay? Yeah. So ultrasound side hustles. The first one let's talk about is private scanning services. So you will hear people say that they have like a mobile ultrasound company, or maybe they have a little ultrasound boutique where they do 3D, 4D ultrasound on babies and stuff like that. That's a pretty cool experience. It's like in the sonography community, it's controversial, but do whatever's best for you, because guess what? The next person's opinion does not pay your bills. So there's that. I've actually worked in one of those before, and it was a pretty cool experience. I actually was in line to buy the facility and stuff like that after the lady decided to retire, but I did not take that opportunity because I had only been a tech for a year, and it to me was too risky of a decision to make, and I'm glad I did not. Then you have teaching or mentorship. With anything that you know, there's somebody else that doesn't know as much as you, so you can get paid to teach people, to tutor people. I haven't been paid to mentor someone, but yes, you could be paid to do that as well. You can do public speaking. And when we talk about public speaking, hold on, if you're a student or a sonographer, it does not matter. These conferences, some of these conferences will pay you to be a scanning model at their facility. Yeah, I just seen one company in Orlando, their conference, they're paying people $50 per scan to be a scanning model at their conference. And if you're pregnant, they're paying you $100 per scan, but I think you can only do one scan total. So, but still, it's like extra ways for you to be able to make money, connect with other people and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Because can you imagine being a student, you showed up to a conference that you paid $50 for, and you're going to get paid $50 per time that you get in line to be a scanning model? Like, come on. I wish I knew of that. Oh my goodness. Writing and content creation. So of course there's this YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You can do the YouTube channel. You can eventually get monetized. You can get sponsorships and stuff like that. So that's a way in the field that you can make extra money. You can create a blog, write blogs for different places, create an ebook. I created an ebook, RVT in 10 days. So far, it has sold 30 copies, and I am so thankful and grateful that I was able to help 30 people. So you can create an ebook and, get paid off of that. You can create other study books and stuff like that. You can create practice exams, flashcards, and monetize all of those things, okay? Your knowledge is power, okay? Your knowledge is how you pay your bills. Just find a way to monetize it outside of work if you want it to be a side hustle and you want to be able to make money without using your body physically to go into work and scan patients. So there's that. There's also like product consulting. I've not gotten to that yet. I've heard of it, where you can basically go and help developers better their ultrasound machinery, equipment, things like that. So there's some probably less heard of unique ways to make extra money as a sonographer, and some of those things you could be doing as a student, okay? You can have a YouTube channel as a student, an ebook about how you got to your sonography program as a student. So, please use your brain for all the beautiful and powerful things that you can. So I hope you like this video. I would love to be able to hear more ways that I can help you all in your career, in your studies, things like that. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and please share this video with a friend. Bye, y'all.